I've been trying to move on to this one for time, to be honest.
Bro, how long have I been telling you to watch this though?
No, wow.
Remember I wanted to do this before.
I'll big you up because
I wanted to do this before the other thing.
But I had so much else to watch.
I know, but I was like, bro, this.
So Dopesick. You find this on Disney. You've got Michael Keaton. You've got Peter Sarsgaard, who's I remember from Boys Don't Cry. You seen that? Hilary Swank. True story.
I know what film it is,
Big
but I haven't
movie.
seen it.
Big movie. And Rosario Dawson. We forgot to mention her as well. Rosario Dawson.
Oh shit! Yes.
So synopsis. The series takes viewers to the epicenter of America's struggle with opioid addiction, from the boardroom of Purdue Pharma to a distressed Virginia mining community to the hallways of the DEA. It's actually based on a true story.
Yeah, I see the doc.
Yes. Oh, did you?
Yeah, it's a 2-part, hour and a half each, you know.
Really?
Yeah. I've only seen the first part, but it's enough.
It's a book as well.
And they get it quite close. Like the series actually is quite close to the doc. Like they get it pretty much on the nail. Am
I exaggerating to say that this might be one of the best series this year?
100%.
I'm not exaggerating.
100%. You're not.
This was so good. I was like,
hear what I'm saying? Wait, before we get into that, yeah, you see when you was talking about black people watching bum 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 bum, and you show people about Dopesick.
Yeah.
Scrap black people, yeah. How was this not one of the most spoke about?
That's what I was saying today.
And concepts, period, at this time and age. Like, right this minute.
Bro.
How is this? How are people not talking about this and saying, but have you not? And that's why it's like, you know, it's this man, but ooh, like me and my boy have been busting joke for the last 3 weeks, yeah, saying, bro, man wish man was so much more popular because the way man would be on Twitter just dropping pure. I'm like, how is this not being spoken about?
I said that today in the WhatsApp. I was like, has anyone seen Dopesick? And they're like, nah. I'm like,
bro, no one's seen.
Like,
it's on Disney, bro.
I'm like, how is nobody talking about this? Like, have I not? Like,
this should be.
You're the only man that has mentioned this to me. Like, how was not everyone told me? About this?
This should be the most spoke about show at this current time right now, bro. Because there is no way you watch this show, bro, and then can question anybody who looks differently about pharmaceutical goods, bro. Bro, do you know this only got, well, you obviously you know, but this only got resolved in 2019, bro.
Oh, bro, it was still going in 2020 as well, 2021, bro. Literally, like, I Googled Purdue Pharma, bro, and I was Purdue Pharma, and I was like, right, like, this is not even over. Like, it's still, bro, this caught me off guard. Like, I didn't realize I was going to like this as much as I did, because I got through, like, the first 2 episodes, I think 2 or 3. Yeah. And oh shit, what's his name as well? What's the guy's name? Oh,
the guy who plays Slacker.
Yeah, he was in the Roy.
I forget his name, but he annoys me so, you know.
I hate his face.
Yeah, bro, he plays the exact same character, and he's just one of those.
Will Poulter.
He's just one of those guys, right? That, you know, when even a clock is right twice a day, broken clock's right. Like, he's like that. Like, he plays the same character, and it just so happens sometimes the character he plays, it lands. You get me? I don't even think it landed.
Do you know who else was in this? Philippa Sue. Have you seen Hamilton?
No, I've never seen that. No,
she's in Hamilton.
Okay,
she's one of
I've never seen that. I've heard a lot about it, but I've never seen it.
Hamilton's sick. But yeah, so this was,
bro, this is the sickest. All right, let's try and explain why we feel like this should be the most spoken about series.
Firstly, the acting is stellar for me from everyone. Michael Keaton in this is.
He plays a good part.
I'm just gonna start saying some wild shit. Michael Keaton was serious. The switch up from
was mad.
Oh, and so evident as well. It was so evident.
It was mad.
It was like you can. I don't even recognize this.
Hold on, wait. Let's say what this is, because I feel like it's gonna be hard for people to click on.
So basically, what happens is there's a pharmaceutical company and they design a new drug which they say is not addictive. So it's under 1% of people taking this drug get addicted to it. And what happens is they go aggressively across America, starting in this little mining town in America called
even all that, the strategic way of how they targeted this drug was. So this is all facts.
Yeah, it's true story. They started in this little mining town where they started aggressively trying to speak to the doctors and sell the drug so that they would give it to their patients. But what the problem is that this drug was an opioid, and what I know from now is
addictive.
They're super addictive.
Super.
So, but because of they had the FDA label,
bro.
But that swings.
That's
back
what I want you to get.
That swings back to. So yeah, they was backed by the FDA, who said that this is 100% fine. It's 1% under 1% of people get addicted to this. So they're backed by the drugs agency, of America. But that swings back to what I said to you before about the fishing thing. Do you remember when they had the labels?
Yeah,
on the
and
standards?
up to now you don't know if it's fish or dolphin.
Yeah, you don't even know
because they're working in part with part.
But yeah, obviously what happens, people start getting addicted to it.
And they start upping the dosage.
It's like, can't you see? Like, how can you tell me, like, if they're still in pain, just up the dose? No, like, even I know that.
Now, before we get into it, I don't want no one to miss this, and I've been wanting to say this somewhere on a platform, Riot, or something, bro. Now, bro, let's keep it a one. We're in a time now with these vaccines, yeah? And the whole COVID thing, and obviously it's all split. There's people that are vaxxers and anti-vaxxers.
That's what you meant about how can we not be talking about this in course. Yeah.
Bro, how could you watch this
and be like...
And tell me, or someone, not necessarily me, but tell someone, how could you be anti or look at it like that, bro?
Yeah.
What do you mean the doctors are lying? It's FDA approved. Bro,
there
is no way you could watch this show and then question anybody that has doubts, bro.
Yeah,
and that's what I'm saying, bro. I don't know how this ain't the most spoken about show out here right now.
They went on for years without the FDA even
bro, it started in
to
2002. They didn't really start picking up the case till 2006. Only 2019 it starts to get public, and bro, this is facts.
Do you know what? One blemish, one thing I didn't like about this is the way they kept going back and forward, because
it was hard to kind of...
Because it wasn't even the same year.
Nah.
It would be like 2004, back to 1999, back to 2000.
And they didn't give a fuck where they went or how they went.
I'm like, how the hell am I supposed to keep up with all of this, man? I can't even if it was going back and forth between 2 years, cool, innit? But we went back to the 60s at one point. We went from the 60s. The earliest I saw was 1960 something, and the latest I saw was 2020.
But
and we was jumping back and forth.
But you know what? It's because I watched the documentary after the series, and you get it because this starts from my man's granddad.
Yeah.
You hear me?
Yeah.
Like, who's already done shag the place, died, and lived his life cushy shagging people. So it's just interesting to see how this was like a family business.
Yeah.
Like, when you watch the documentary as well, they touch on a lot of things that the series didn't even touch on. Even other companies like Johnson & Johnson and Pfizer that are involved.
Oh, is it?
Bro, this is why I say what I'm saying. Bro, don't let me get on my little... Because
Nah,
I'm not even that guy. But like I said, there's no way you can watch this show and then not question everything, bro. Like, you had the guy that worked for the FDA in the hotel room with the guys running a company writing the label, bro. This is a mess.
Bro, it's mad, bro.
Bro,
it's mad.
This was so deep. But let's get into some of it in terms of the characters, like what they did to the girl. Like that.
Bro,
I was sad, man.
This is what I'm trying to say about I cry. Like, I cry because what was the bit that I cried about in this? Not cried. I didn't cry this time, but I felt it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what I was looking for. I can't remember. It was something to do with Michael Keaton. It was a. I can't remember.
It must have been like when he was phoning her or trying to take her to like the hospital and stuff like that. It must have been around then.
Do you know what it was? I'll tell you exactly what it was. I can't really say what it was, but it was the long hug and the screaming on the doorstep. Do you remember that?
Yes, I think I know what you're talking about.
The long hug and the screaming on the doorstep. My man didn't even have to say anything.
Yeah.
He didn't even have to say anything.
Yeah,
She
yeah.
just knew.
Bro, this was, yeah. You know, as you say that, this was quite emotional as well.
Oh, super
this was quite
emotional, bro.
Because, all right, just to touch on the point that we're talking about, there's a girl that has an accident and she works in the coal mines.
Yeah.
She has a back injury, obviously. And what was interesting about it, which makes it even... I don't think the business knew about this, but it made it so much more deeper is because they went to a town that was like super, super close. Like, how many towns do you know that your doctor, not even just a doctor, the guy who delivers you?
Yeah,
what's that called? I can't remember what that's called again. The person who delivers you or something. Anyway,
but he was a doctor anyway.
Yeah. But he's been in there. He was in her life from birth. Yeah,
midwife.
Yeah, midwife.
If you're a dude, what are you, a mid-husband?
No, I'm sure it's a midwife still, bro.
Still midwife?
Yeah, I think so. How many times do you grow up with your midwife, bro?
Yeah, it's wild. And he said he had done 200 and something.
Yeah, he pretty much knew the whole town.
Yeah, he said he wants to grow up.
That makes a difference to when he's recommending things for you. So she gets injured and he comes across these new pills, boom, 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 ends up recommending to her. She ends up getting addicted, ends up going down a slippery slope. But it all starts from her just having a basic injury, having a bad injury at work and getting recommended these pills and it's watching her life slowly decline. Now, quickly, sorry, as I touch upon that, the one thing I didn't like, but after seeing the documentary, it's a true story, but the one thing I was like, I couldn't blame, not that I couldn't blame the business, I was more blaming the doctors. I was like, but these are just sales reps.
That's what Roxanne said. She's like, how do you just roll up to a doctor's and be like, but I can only assume that that's how it's done. I could only assume that that's how it's done.
I once knew a girl that went around like the country, like it sounded like a really dope job. She went around the country selling pharmaceutical goods, and she would just sell them to chemists and whatever.
Even like so I £7, not £7.
Yeah.
That's what he had the little thing that he would.
That's
just
so
try
crazy.
And
the only thing I could justify is that.
My mum would have it in his pocket, you know. He just hand it over in his pocket.
Even the evidence they had, bro. They were using quotes from the 60s of a guy that had run an experiment just on 6 people on a random, but because he used a quote and he was a certified doctor, they could pluck that sentence out. I was like, this is a madness.
It wasn't even a study. Man put it in a magazine. And took it out.
Bro, and they plucked the sentence out and used that as like factual evidence to then promote.
Do you know what bit was sick in this, bruv? That like it was cinematic moment for me when they found out that they was being investigated, and the guy, so it was the dad, the main guy, and I think a lawyer, and he started bringing out pictures. He's saying this guy is this guy, he's the US Attorney General, this guy, this. And man said, well, why are you telling me all this? And he said, because I'm telling you because they can't be bought. They can't be bought. They're not gonna come and work for you. This, that, blah, 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 blah. They're not gonna stop.
I know exactly
this, that, blah, blah, blah. I was like, oh my days,
bro. This is a top show, bro. This is a top show. This is a top show.
It was sick. But I like the 4th episode. I think 8, like because there's 8. There's only 5 on Disney. Do you know that?
Oh.
There's only 5 on Disney because my one was playing up on Plex.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh fuck this, I'm gonna go watch it on Disney, and there was only 5. So I don't know if it's already out somewhere.
Oh, you know what though? It was fairly new when we were watching it. It was dropping episode by episode. Yeah. It was dropping episode by episode.
Yeah, what was I saying? I can't even remember now.
The scene with the lawyers.
Four episodes. Sorry,
Yeah.
when I got to episode 4, bro, like there was nothing that could have stopped me from watching the show, bro. Like I wanted every spare moment. I was like, nah, I need to.
I want everyone to watch it. I've been talking about trying to get people on, and it's like you said, that's why I said it's not just like black people on this one. Like I don't know how the whole fucking world ain't talking about this show. I heard Michael Keaton was on Ellen. Yeah, like when my boy told me, I was like, finally, spread the word, nigga. Shit. Yeah. Someone needs to spread the word about this shit.
It's good to see Michael Keaton back as well.
Yeah.
Obviously, I see him in Spider-Man.
Yeah.
It was good to see him acting.
This was so good, man.
It was so good, bro. Like
the ending was a bit.
Nah, I like the ending as well, bro. Man got the bus Man, so I was like, I even thought, like, I was like,
yeah, that was deep. That was
bro,
that was
you could
deep.
see that was he's trying
he
to
needed,
redeem himself,
because it was so.
Bro,
he felt so
bad,
shitty, bro.
Like, it's not your fault, but it's
you have a part to play.
It's you.
Yeah.
Like, and as a doctor, you should understand, well, hold on, maybe I shouldn't do this.
But that's what I was saying in terms
of... And even the graphs,
Bro, the way they done, they were set out the charts.
Bruv, 10, 20, 30, 40, and then 50 to 60 and 90 was like that. So they could, oh my gosh, bro. Wild.
Bro,
and it's all true. That's what is mad. It's all true.
This changed my whole, like, you know what? It didn't even change nothing. This is like when you have certain insecurities that are proven.
And you're...
That's what exactly
like,
what.
See?
Yeah.
What? You don't believe me? Go watch Dopesick,
bro.
Go watch Dopesick.
Do you know how much I want to phone James O'Brien on LBC and like, bro, I hear what you're saying there, but have you seen Dopesick? Because them man be talking brazy on the radio, and it's like I like listening to LBC because
O'Brien's on our side though.
I know, and I was gonna say I like listening to LBC and I like listening to James O'Brien because he's on the side. But there's certain times where it feels like man's still pushing the agenda. And that's why I said James O'Brien. I say, yo, bro, I hear what you're saying, bro. And I know what you're doing. But I beg you watch Dopesick. Because after you watch that, I'm not saying change your views, but you can no longer question others on why they may think a certain way. You hear me? Because everything I may have had a thought process about is in this series, bro.
Yeah, no, it's true.
You hear me?
It's true.
Literally.
So let's get into it. Dopesick.
This is top 3 watch it this year. We're coming to the end. It's December. I'm going to go out there and say it. This is a top 3 watch it that we've recommended in 42 episodes.
I'm trying to think of a series that I've watched that's better than this year.
I'd have to have a little think.
I'd have to think, but off the top of my head,
right now,
I can't think of a series.
But I'm saying even films. This is like a top 3 recommendation. Like, for me,
I'm trying to
this
think
year.
of. Do you know what you forget? What you've been gassed about?
Yeah,
I can't remember what I've come here. Alice in Borderland, actually.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, even if I'm gassed about it, I know
we come with energy.
I know.
That we come. Man made a special. Man, I saw we filmed on a day we weren't even supposed to be filming. We just
came in on a day off.
I just rolled up.
Like, no, we need this.
Like, hey, you see that? Yeah, let's do it today. Let's do it today. Like, raw.
No.
Didn't even have a cameraman this
No, but I was saying, even if man was gassed on it, I want, this is one of my most, that I need people to watch this. I didn't need people to watch Alice in Borderland. I wanted people to watch it. I need people to watch Dopesick. Like, you need to watch this. In fact, I don't even feel like I want to have a conversation with you about certain things unless you've seen Dopesick. So don't talk to me about vaccine.
Yeah.
Well, unless you've seen Dopesick.
This is very, very, very good. 8.8 on IMDb, and that.
Bro, I and this is rare. I'm gonna give it a 9. I'm
not gonna argue with you.
I'm gonna give it a 9.
This was. I think the fact it's a true story
adds everything, bro. Adds everything.
It just overflows.
Bro,
it's just
adds
like,
everything.
Raw.
And you know, I heard about this. I think I heard this on Joe Biden's podcast. He was talking about it. And obviously, well, not obviously, but if you know him, and he even mentions it, like, he used to be addicted to Oxy and like boom.
Okay.
So he brought up the fact that he was triggered by this. And I could totally understand that, bro. Could you imagine the amount of Americans that watch this that are triggered by this, bro? Because it was a big thing, like pretty much everyone. You saw, as soon as you went to hospital and you had an injury, your standard doctor was pushing it.
Yeah.
You hear me? What's the pain you feel?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you must need this.
I
thought it was crazy when they're going state to state.
Individualized.
You hear me?
Oh,
bro, it was crazy. So that's how I heard about it. So I didn't know what to expect, but I knew loosely what it was based on. And obviously, if you just watch American TV, you know, you've heard the word Oxycontin.
And I didn't know that Dopesick was actually a word.
Yeah.
Dopesick.
You know what? That made it so much more better as well for some reason. When I heard
when
it.
you learn stuff.
Yeah.
Like, oh shit, I just thought
it was a smart play on words. I was like, how has no one put this together before?
Dopesick's actually a word.
Yeah.
It's when you feel physically sick because you
it's like when you've gone past.
Dopesick. Okay, cool. But yeah, do you know what? big, massive watch it. I'll agree with Zush. This will definitely be top 3. I'll say top 5 because I can't remember. I know I've come here on energy before for other stuff, so I'm gonna say
I'm gonna put my head out on this one, man.
I'm gonna say it's definitely top 5. But yeah, this is a must watch. You have to watch this, especially as Zush said in this time.
Right now, don't wait and be like, oh, watch it 2 years later because it's not gonna have the same effect. Watch it right now.
Yeah, Dopesick is the series you need to watch for the time we're in.
And shall I tell you something even more interesting? I don't even feel like they've put it out to trigger this conversation.
It's just.
But that is even more why I'm like, no, you have to watch this. I want to see if other people pick, because it's like you can't watch this and then not think that, you get me? Or even if you didn't clock on, if someone now says that, you can't be like, you know what? Yeah.
Because they had the backing of everyone. Bro. It took so much for them to actually bust
Bro, I couldn't even, it was so mad that the 2 different police departments never linked up. And they only linked up the once. They had their little whatever not, and they never linked up again. And I was like, that was so baffling. But the case was just so technical. Like, so unnecessarily technical. It's like they pretty much had them. No, but you need this. I'm like, you don't need that much for them.
They do, though. Because,
I know.
Because they had backing in it. It's like, nah, you can't touch them, bro. That's
big money.
That's Purdue, bro.
Big money.
And it
was big money.
I read something that they ended up paying something like 8.6 billion in damages. 8.6 billion pound.
And that was probably a drop in the ocean.